The Model Y became the best-selling car in the world in 2023, and after owning the Model Y for a little over 1 year, we understand why the Model Y is so popular across the world. In fact, we've enjoyed this Model Y so much that we're selling it. But more on that later. In case you didn't catch our earlier Model Y videos, this is a 2023 Model Y standard range all-wheel drive version with midnight silver paint and white interior. It has a structural battery pack from 4680 cells, made in-house by Tesla, and it has the least range out of all of the Tesla Model Y variants at only 279 miles. But we did get it for a $7,000 inventory discount and the ability to transfer full self-driving from our 2018 Model 3, which made the deal attractive at the time. The Model Y has been solid as it holds cargo and car seats without a problem and is quicker than pretty much any other compact SUV. Combined with the Tesla UI and software and ever expanding entertainment options, the Model Y is great for families. And seeing dozens of them every morning in the suburbs makes it obvious that we're not the only ones who feel that way. In the time we've had our Model Y, we've uploaded several videos showing how to add simple and not so simple accessories to make living with the Model Y even better. To summarize, we added the Unplugged Performance Luxury Suspension Kit and dual rate lowering springs to both soften the ride and drastically improve the handling of the Model Y. Allset Auto wrapped our Model Y with GWSF light gray gloss paint protection film to give it a bit more personality than the other 1.3 million Model Ys out there. Allset Auto also added ceramic coating to the outside and interior to make it easier to clean. Thanks to EV Base, we added an electric sunshade that can be deployed at the push of a button and ambient lighting to give the minimalist interior some color. Jowua provided us with floor mats and mats for the trunk, front, and the rear seat backs to protect the floor, and gave us storage trays, storage liners, and lighting to make the center console and trunk even more useful. Halo Black hooked us up with a Halo Station, a clever screen organizer that can be customized in so many ways. As we said earlier, we've enjoyed the Model Y so much that we're selling it. Why is that, you ask? In 2025, all signs point to Tesla releasing the next generation Model Y, and when that happens, we expect increased appreciation of the current generation Model Y. If the newly refreshed Model 3 is any indication, the next Model Y will be even more of a hit than the current Model Y is, especially if it carries over the vastly improved suspension and the more refined interior touches, including the rear entertainment screen, ambient lighting, and ventilated seats from the new Model 3. Putting the new Model Y aside, we also have some complaints about this specific Model Y, particularly the charging speed. One of the biggest gripes about having this specific Model Y, and this is specific to the standard range all-wheel drive 4680 Tesla Model Y, is the charging speeds. So we're at 11% charge, and if you are familiar with Teslas, you'll know that the best part of the charging curve is usually the earliest part. So we should be charging the fastest right now, and you can tell that we're only charging at 139 kilowatts. This is probably over 100 kilowatts slower than our Model X and our previous Model 3. And while this isn't a big deal if you're charging at home and just using this for day-to-day use, it does make road tripping this vehicle more difficult than even a regular Model Y because of the charging curve. So every time you stop to supercharge, it's going to take, sometimes twice as long than another Tesla or another Model Y. So this isn't an ideal road tripping vehicle, and unfortunately I did not realize that until we actually took delivery of this vehicle and started supercharging it the first few times. Not only that, but this is the worst range of all of the Tesla all-wheel drives. I think this was rated at about 270 or so when we took delivery. So the real world range, it's pretty bad compared to the long range all-wheel drive or even the performance. Luckily, we only have the Gemini wheels, so that doesn't influence the range. It's the most efficient wheel and tire setup for the Model Y. But despite the fact that we've had generally positive experiences with this car, it has been solid. No issues with reliability. They have not replaced anything significant on this car. I think the only fix that we've had is the replacement of one of the headlights due to the burned out DRL filament. Now that we have almost 13,000 miles on this car, we are getting rid of it. And one of the main reasons is the charging curve, the lack of range, and the inability to effectively supercharge this vehicle. But despite the fact that we are getting rid of this vehicle, I don't want you thinking that we don't like the Model Y. In fact, I can understand why so many people have picked the Model Y as the Tesla of their for their family. The packaging is just great. It has very close storage space to the Model X, which is the largest SUV of Tesla's lineup, and it's half the price, especially with various discounts and inventory discounts that you can get at certain times of the year. And it's less fussy than a Model X. The controls are very straightforward, similar to a Model 3. There's no crazy falcon wing doors. You can get in, you can get out. The higher ride height, I think for some people, is preferable, and has universal appeal. I think it's not just here in the US, but it's also in Europe, it's in Asia. It's just like the sweet spot in terms of packaging. And because of that, we think that the next Model Y Juniper, which is supposed to come out in 2025, is going to be a hit. And we think that the resale value on these older Model Ys is going to go down once people realize how much better the Juniper is. Because as someone who just bought the most recent Model 3, the Highland, or the refreshed Model 3, I don't really know what the official name is these days, but it's 2025 Model 3. The differences between that Model 3 and our old 2018 Model 3 it's hard to believe that's even a Model 3 anymore. It's hard to contain my excitement in how far Tesla has come in terms of refining the vehicle. And if those changes that were made in the Model 3 also make their way to this vehicle, we are going to be totally in the market for that new Model Y once it comes out. But in the meantime, we're going to take advantage of the fact that the hit on the increased depreciation hasn't quite hit yet. We can still get a decent amount for this Model Y with low mileage, and the fact that we've only had it for about a year. Thanks for watching. If you made it this far in the video, we'll have more videos on our new Model 3 soon. I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks.